Man, have you guys seen what's going on with Furio? Furio's just been on fire. I mean, it's just been on a complete tear. So look at this chart. So it did come up and we did eclipse 20. We went up to 2025, 2030, something like that. And now it's getting a bit of a pullback. And this is the first pullback we've seen in like a week. Again, this was just a few days ago. So this was on the 15th, 16th, 17th. 17th, 18th is when it really started to pick up. So again, 5 days ago. A lot of traction came through. You had some extended traction because they made an announcement in here that they're launching the casino, and this thing has just been rallying ever since. So cruised up. It looks like it hit roughly that 20 level of resistance, that psychological level of 20, and now we're getting a little bit of a pullback. But I'm interested to see what happens here. The anti-dump mechanics kind of make it to where you're penalized pretty heavily to dump the token. So I'm interested to see what happens here and what the behavior will be. Like, how far do we drop here? Do we drop down to 16 and then go back up? Does it come down just like $1 or two and then go back up? I think this is going to be a weird chart compared to some of these other ones that are like this in the space, or just like a normal stock chart. And that's strictly because of the tokenomics and how they penalize people for trying to get out, and how they incentivize people for continuing to compound. So this one's going to be weird. It's going to be hard. It's hard to do technical analysis on cryptos anyway, and particularly cryptos that are in like DeFi projects and based around DeFi projects, I should say. So it'll be really interesting to see what happens here. But I was excited to be in it for the majority of this run up. You know, I got in somewhere around here. So my cost basis is probably like between 8 and 9. I did a couple different purchases, so we'll see how that goes. But it's run up, so it's at least, you know, doubled, if not 250% from where I got in. I would like to see a little bit of pullback here because I have had countless people say, I want to get in, want to get on your team, just waiting for some red candles. So I would love to see this thing come down, honestly, even to like 15, build a base there and go rally back up, just to give more investors an opportunity. But I don't know if it's going to do that. Again, this could come down like $1 or two and then just rally back up. So if you're waiting to get in, weigh the risk reward from getting 2.5% per day and compounding that against being able to buy in a little bit lower. You never know what's going to happen. So try to make the best call. And more often than not, the best call is just DCA, right? Like if you got $500, maybe put in 200 now, 200 later, and 100 after the fact, or whatever. But whatever you decide to do, of course, it's your money, not financial advice. Just do your thing. Now, like I said, part of the run-up was probably due to the casino. Here's a great Medium article on it. This is not like a big future state thing. This is going to come out soon. They're trying to say this is going to be available next month, like in the matter of weeks. So, of course, like I said, this is called FureBet. The tokens are FureB tokens or whatever, FureB, whatever they want to call them. It's its own separate project by itself, but also in the ecosystem, similar to like what a drip and an animal farm is. They feed each other, but they're not necessarily, or I guess they're independent of each other if you want them to be. But it operates a lot like a normal casino. There will be a pre-sale, so you can be involved in the pre-sale if you've got at least 25 Fure tokens in the vault. So if you guys are interested in getting into that pre-sale, it's Tuesday, August 2nd. So you've got a little over a week to do that, 7 to 10 days to be able to get at least 25 Fure tokens into the vault. Once you're in there, you got to be a positive status, so don't put them in and then immediately claim. But once you're in there, you'll be allowed to get into the pre-sale. So that's cool. This could be pretty big. Then, of course, they'll do the public sale on August 4th, so the pre-sale will last for a couple days. FureBet will go live Monday, August 8th, so very soon. And let's see, there's a list here of like some games. So they're going to have crypto prediction markets, which is awesome. Predicting the market is super fun and very exact. It's a very exact science, as you guys know. They've got roulette, horse racing, blackjack, slots, dice games, all the normal stuff. So that is pretty cool. Anyway, I think this will be really helpful. Let me link this Medium article so you guys can read it, because I don't want to read the whole thing on this short video. But there's some pretty cool stuff coming, and I think it will help the Furio ecosystem. So in general, I think it's a good addition and a good idea. And the thing I like about this team a lot is they're building utility fast. And I think what they likely did is built a lot of this stuff beforehand and just had everything lined up to release. And they didn't have a community waiting on the line thinking, gosh, when's it going to come? When's it going to come? Like Drip and Forex was kind of behind the 8 ball. Like you said, he probably should have hired his team about 6 months earlier. and then they could have rolled it out a little bit faster. But of course they're doing it now, so they're just a little bit behind where they probably thought they would be. With this team, they probably had, they had a little more liberty because they didn't have a full ecosystem of investors that's just sitting and waiting for something new to come out, so they could develop and then launch and then do things back to back. So certainly helpful, and it helps investor sentiment when new things are coming all the time. So that's that. Let's jump over real quick to the page, to the DApp, give it a little refresh. So 1923 is currently what it's sitting at. Not too bad, still in a really good spot. Currently, I've got 104 in the vault. I purchased some more yesterday. I don't know if I got that on camera or not, but I purchased some more yesterday, so it's building up. I'm happy to have more than 100 because I think that gives me more preferential status in the pre-sale of the Fear Bets deal. But I'll find another good entry point and I'll throw some more in because I really want to build this balance up. Currently, the team is just, we're pumping, man. We got 21 people on the team, which is awesome. I didn't expect to build a team so fast, but I think the price action and the tokenomics of this one, it's a really interesting project. So I'm not surprised that people are wanting to get in. I think it's going to be great. Typically, these really high APY protocols, they don't last very long, but typically they don't have any of the tokenomics that this one does. They don't have any of the additional utility. They don't have a casino. They don't have this. They don't have that. So I think these guys are doing it right. They've looked at some of the issues that have happened with all the other ones that were kind of like it, and they've tried to solve those with all these individual pieces and things that negatively impact people who don't have good behavior in the system, and things that positively impact people that don't have good behavior in the system. So I think it will last a lot longer than all the other ones did, and if they keep building utility, that is the recipe for something to last forever, just like Forex is doing with the animal farm. He's building out all this additional utility, and that's what keeps things around because there's a lot of reason to hold the tokens. But anyway, if you want to jump on my Furio team, of course, link below. Not financial advice, make sure you're using risk capital, but it seems like a fun project, and if you want to get in on it, we'd be happy to have you. If you like this content, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Happy investing.